So in summary, we have today CCH Access Financial Prep, the trial balance for tax. We'll be evolving that for a test work. We will take that financial prep solution, marry it with our work paper management solution to have CCH Access Engagement. At the same time, we have CCH Access Knowledge Coach that you can use alongside ProSystemFX Engagement, and then we will integrate Knowledge Coach more closely with CCH Access to support your entire audit workflow in the cloud on the indispensable Access platform for your firm. CCH Access Audit is really driven by three core principles. First and foremost is customer success. If we focus on both the firm's success and the client's success, really making it as easy as possible for the client to support the audit, then the CPA will be better able to serve the client and have a more higher quality audit, and being able to provide more intelligence to the client, not just for the audit to add more value to the audit, but throughout the year on a continuous basis, really establishing them as the trusted advisor. The second core principle is really quality. So quality is foundational to everything that we need to do in our profession. So we keep that at the forefront of our mind to serve both the quality of the audit as well as quality advisory services. The third core principle is really about efficiencies, making our product usable, really having a solution that people want to use to improve their everyday life, that they love to come to work and use, both the client again and the firm. So that is really our goal, is to really improve and enhance professional judgment and not get in the way, removing all manual time-intensive tasks. CCH Access Audit will of course be on the Access platform, the indispensable platform for the firm, along with all the other solutions to support the end-to-end workflow for the firm. But CCH Access Audit is, we want to support a data-driven audit. So being able to look at data from multiple sources, being able to take client documents, publicly sourced data on the internet, their ERP system data, and being able to use that to fuel the audit, to really fuel the trial balance, the work papers, the audit methodology, and then alongside have contextual research. And because this is all on the one platform, we're able to use emerging technology to really provide predictive analytics, use artificial intelligence to really take away those manual time-intensive tasks, make suggestions for the auditors to really fine-tune the professional judgment to add a quality element to the audit, as well as the service that you can provide to your client. The other main element of CCH Access Audit is to really support client collaboration. So we want to really make it easy for the client to support the audit, to really interact. The client is, at the end of the day, responsible for the financial statements that the firm is auditing, so we want to be able to support that collaboration, making it as easy as possible. So CCH Access Audit represents the whole family of our audit solutions. So if you think about it, it is our same integrated audit supporting the entire end-to-end workflow. So let's think about it from the very beginning. We need client collaboration tools and data ingestion tools. So that begins really with a connector strategy, CCH Audit Accelerator. So this is where we'll have a cloud-based solution to connect directly to the client's data to then automate the audit as much as possible. We will also have a client collaboration platform where we can have cloud-based PPC lists, dynamic engagement letters. Those are just a few examples of the ways that we'll have client collaboration integrated throughout the audit. Of course, CCH Audit represents CCH Access Engagement, which is our trial balance, plus our work paper management solution. So again, this will be tightly integrated on the Access platform to get those full benefits. Another core element of CCH Access Audit is CCH Access Knowledge Coach. So this is our same risk-based audit methodology that really drives quality and efficiencies for the audit as well as for the client at the end of the day. Another core element is Accounting Research Manager. So this is our cloud-based research platform that is also integrated within CCH Access Audit. So this is all of your research, all of your guidance, and the goal here is to have this contextually as you're working through your workflow within Knowledge Coach. And we'll talk a little bit more about this in the sense that it does enable using emerging technologies to leverage changes in standards that we can detect in Accounting Research Manager to then suggest different risks and things you need to consider within Knowledge Coach. So that's an additional way that we'll see some integration. Teammate Analytics is another module. So this is where we're going to be able to take that data that we've ingested with Audit Accelerator and really automate the analytics within the audit, again, integrating more tightly with Knowledge Coach. So just imagine when you bring in your data and you come into CCH Access Engagement, you'll be able to visualize and see the data for your client for the year, variance analysis, some benchmarking across your client among other clients in the industry. And then when you drill in further, you'll see risky transactions, anomalies, as well as the tests run automatically on 100% of the data. When CCH Access Audit is on the Access platform and it is a data-driven audit, it really gives us a unique opportunity to then use emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence. So just a few examples. Once we have the data, we're able to leverage that data across our entire research and learning platform, looking and analyzing both that data as well as the data within the trial balance and the transactional data to propose risks for the client. We'll be able to look at risks across similar clients and suggest risks, and then really fine-tuning the professional judgment, and then it's up to the CPA to accept that risk or reject it. Another example could be if the standards change and they want to see which clients are impacted that again. Maybe that might identify a risk that they need to consider. Another example of how we can use emerging technology once we're on the CCH Access platform is being able to really leverage that data that we've brought in and remove manual time-intensive tasks. So perfect example for that is using machine learning to group the accounts. So we're able to do this both for the financial side as well as for tax to both help the auditor as well as the tax professional. We'll have the machine learning to automatically group your tax accounts and assign the tax codes. CCH Access Audit is being delivered in building blocks, really iteratively, to support the firm's workflow along the way. One thing to keep in mind is we're not just taking our desktop solutions and throwing them in the cloud. We're actually looking at building it for the cloud so that it really supports the firm's workflow in a new way, really reimagining the audit workflow. So let's dial it back. The first workflow that we're supporting is foundational to everything else, and it's CCH Access Financial Prep. It's the trial balance for the tax preparation workflow. We will work on enhancing this for audit, but it is available today for the tax professional. So when we take CCH Access Financial Prep, the trial balance, and we bring together Workpaper Manager with that, we have now what's called CCH Access Engagement. So this will be delivered in the next several months and be on the cloud on the indispensable Access platform. CCH Access Knowledge Coach is another main critical element of CCH Access Audit. This is our risk-based audit methodology, really driving a quality audit with efficiency, always making sure we avoid common peer review deficiencies noted by the AICPA. So we will be delivering this in 3 phases. The very first phase is a standalone module, fully browser-based to support your end-to-end workflow in the cloud, and at the end you will save it within ProSystemFX Engagement. This is not the end game. The second phase is to then integrate it with CCH Access Engagement to have that more tightly integrated workflow in the cloud. Again, this is not the end game. The next phase is to have it more tightly integrated with CCH Access Engagement. And what I mean by that is having the numbers from engagement, the trial balance, be able to talk to the forms and influence the forms. So an example of that is once we bring in the numbers, the system should know what are the audit areas. So when I get to my tailoring questions in Knowledge Coach, I already know that there's cash and accounts receivable, really removing extra work for the auditor. Another example is when the auditor's choosing their benchmarks and they pick one, the numbers should automatically appear, really again removing the duplication of having to go out there and grab those numbers. So really we're able to streamline the process at an accelerating pace for the auditor.